A local community here on the Sun Coast is borrowing $34 million for a bunch of government projects, and we can feel your blood pressure rising right now. But wait, the projects and the borrowing were approved by taxpayers last month, and as Christopher Bradley reports, many believe building a new police headquarters and fixing the roads are crucial. Christopher.
Well, and these two long-awaited projects were approved by voters on Election Day. This makes for some very happy City of Venice officials who wanted desperately for these bonds to pass. The first bond is for a new police station. For Venice Police, a leaky roof is no joke. This past summer, with heavy rains, the leak was so bad, tarps were set up in the evidence room to avoid spoiling criminal evidence. Despite making repairs to the roof, the chief says his department is outgrowing the current space.
We're looking for opportunities to improve on our criminalistics and evidence processing and storage.
The 26-year-old building doesn't use space efficiently. Offices tend to be smaller and lack new safety technology. There was an idea to renovate the existing building to better suit the PD, but that idea was thrown out because the city worried it would cost more money in the long run to renovate.
We're in the process of locating and attempting to purchase a piece of property. We're looking at approximately 10 acres. We would prefer something on the corridor of Venice, on Venice Avenue.
While the chief won't specifically say where, it's largely suspected this may be the ideal property just east of Capri Isles Boulevard. The new building would have to face up-to-date hurricane codes, something the current building does not.
I want a place where we can protect our employees when they come in to work the storm, prior to and after a storm. I want a place that will protect our assets, everything from our vehicles and all the equipment we have.
In the event of a storm, the new building will become the emergency operations center for the city. Thus, in the middle of a storm, the building will need power.
We have a generator that's old and probably needs to be replaced.
Instead of knocking this building down, city officials may move the Public Works Department in. For their purposes, they don't need a hurricane-proof building. They just need something better than what they have, which is literally falling apart. And while the new police station is built, the roadways the police patrol will be updated as well. The second bond is $18 million in road construction.
We did an assessment with an outside consulting firm. They came in, they drove all our roads and did a condition analysis of the roads, the sidewalks, whether there was existing bike lanes.
Anything that scored below a 70% will be redone. That includes most major roadways and the downtown area, which needs work for pedestrian safety.
We're going to add the in-light pavement lights so that when they walk across or they hit the sensor, it will beam light up across the crosswalk and make the pedestrians more visible. That's one of our biggest concerns, is pedestrian safety.
The medians are large and can be reduced. That will allow for larger sidewalk space. Over the years, the roads have fallen into disrepair for the same reason the police station did. There just wasn't money to fix everything.
There was a lot of different programs for infrastructure that had to be discontinued. We were basically just maintaining our services. We couldn't continue to do infrastructure maintenance and improvements.
Both of these bonds, over $30 million, will be paid off over time.
20 years for the road bond and 30 years for the police public safety facility, and that's predicated on the projected life of those elements.
Venice residents will start seeing those bills come in on their taxes per $100,000 of home value.
It'll be a separate line item on your tax bill, and I think it's $28 per $100,000 for the $16 million, and it's $37 for the $18 million.
But those numbers most likely will change as more homes are built in the city of Venice. The payments will be spread out to more homeowners.
As more properties get built in the city, the tax base goes up, the unit price per individual will go down.
Now, thousands of new homes are expected to be built in Venice over the next many years, so the amount people will be asked to pay on their taxes will undoubtedly change. Both projects are expected to be complete in the next several years.
Christopher, thank you. And when we return, we'll sit down with Venice's mayor on our roundtable.